should ever leave. See me drinking tears for water. You're not here with me. Say I am the fool. I should ever let you go away. Call me what you will, but honey, don't you ever stray. And if the sun comes up and there's air to breathe,
there is great tension in the Spence household today because we are having a discussion, quite honestly, that is served as great tension for our home. And I don't know, we decided to come public and share it with you. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm a little uncomfortable. We're not even sitting in the same room. That's how tense this situation is. But, you know, we've always been a very transparent show. We've always tried to lay our marriage bare before the people because we felt like it could help some people. And this is one of those times where the rubber has met the road, so to speak. And we want to be able to, I don't know, just be an example for people right now. So, you know, just to let you guys know, we're here, we're ready. It's time. I'm Lloyd Spence.
I'm Kenyatta Spence.
And this is
I Still Do.
Yeah, and it's very tense today. And let me explain why. That's why you don't see any smiles on anybody's faces, per se.
This guy.
Mama NOIZ set me up years ago. We're gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? We're gonna talk about it. Mama NOIZ set me up years ago, very early on in our marriage. She's like, "Oh, baby, let's sit down and watch some shows together." I was like, "Well, we don't really have the same taste." And she's like, "Nah, we could do it. Let's sit down and watch some shows together." And so I said, "Well, pick out something we can watch together." That was my mistake. That was my first mistake right there. So she picked this brand new show that she had heard about from all these different people. Let's try this show called Scandal. Scandal? What is that? You'll like it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down with her as a loving, doting husband. And I watched it with her together. I was like, this is pretty good. And at the same time, my baby, I'm all in. And we watched the entire first season. We make it appointment TV in our home. And after a year, this heifer bailed on me.
Hey,
stop watching. And I was like, why you don't watch it no more? Oh, they got too many stuff in it. It's too much stuff. I can't take it. Then I started to realize, I said, I can't believe she bailed on me. But I kept watching it. And then she got me again with another show. And again with another show. And I noticed a pattern. It was all the black shows.
No, it wasn't.
I realized.
Scandal is not black.
It's led by black woman, Kerry Washington. Led by
but it's not deemed a black show.
My point is, Mama NOIZ set me up. And that's when I realized she don't like black shows. She don't like black people.
Oh my gosh.
It has been a source of tension in our house.
You should be ashamed of yourself. I don't like black people. What is happening?
You don't watch black shows. You don't support black shows.
Just because I don't watch the stuff
Blackish. You didn't watch any of Blackish, which is trifling. Y'all just take your whole black card from you.
I don't like to watch some of the stuff you watch.
Well, listen, today is a day of redemption. You guys are coming on a day where potentially our marriage could move to a different place. It could be saved. But it all depends on how Mama NOIZ handles it. If she don't handle it right, then I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from today. We may enter a new reality. Well, one way or another, we're going to enter a new reality. But today, today's show is black TV stuff that Mama NOIZ should know. Ain't no excuse for this. You should know most of the things that we're going to talk about today.
Unbelievable.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what, we'll see. Listen, I don't know. I don't know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she can hold on, but we're going to see. So are you ready? Are you ready? I see what you're trying. Hold on. And I also see what you're trying to do. You're trying to wear your little brown sugar shirt to kind of distract me.
No, it's not brown sugar, baby. It's
brown skin girl.
Skin girl.
First of all, the shirt is amazing. Your titties are popping. But throw that out there right now. But that's not going to distract me or from the fact that you have not traditionally liked black people. So
what? And you keep saying this stuff about traditionally not liking black people.
I'm just saying we got to fix this today. We got a window of opportunity here that you can redeem yourself with the blacks. Let's just see how this works out.
That you redeem myself with the blacks.
Well, I'm just saying. Are you ready? Is what I'm asking you.
Oh, this is so sad.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Do what you gotta do, man. I know I'm black already, so I don't know what.
Whatever. That's not. I never said you wasn't black. I said you don't like.
You said redeem myself with the blacks. Like
the blacks want to know where you stand.
That is not true at all.
All right, I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. Okay, here we go. So the first question: you need to name all of these Martin characters. Can you name all of those guys in the screen there?
I can't name all of the people.
Yeah, do your best, man. I don't want any excuses today.
Well, first of all, you need to have it on the screen at the same time.
Well, I just will have it on the screen. You just wait, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Let me put it back up on the screen for you. Start at the top left corner. Who is that?
The left
top
Otis.
Left corner.
That's Otis.
That is correct. That is Otis. Very good. See, you're off to a good start so far. You're doing good.
I don't know.
What? You're doing good. I didn't say you were doing bad.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Are we going across? Are we going
across? Obviously, we're going across.
Okay. That's Shanae.
Okay. All right, Shanae. Very good. All right.
Oh my gosh. Dragonfly Jones.
Dragonfly Jones. That's good. That's good. You need to get at least 5 right. If you get 5 right, I think that's a passing grade, and we'll.
Okay, because I might struggle because the further down we get, I don't know who we talking about. Okay, I know the little snotty nose character is Roscoe.
That's little Roscoe, right? Okay, you're doing good. So far, you're doing really well. I'm very proud of you.
I don't know if I know Martin Lawrence's mama name.
You know it's Martin Lawrence's mama. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's his Mama Payne. That's what it was.
Right, it's Mama Payne. Nobody knows her name. I don't think anybody knows.
Well, I mean, I was,
Yeah, I think.
I don't know who the guy is. Who he's imitating here in the blonde hair and pale skin.
I'll admit that's a tricky one, because that's Gary from the county, the white boy.
Gary from the county.
Yeah, he went on a trip with him, and it was all women. He was like, "This whole thing's out of control." So
okay, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I don't know the guy on the far left, but no good is what he was.
That's an acceptable answer. Don't you know no good? Yes. Now this is a hard one. I'll admit this one. Next one is a hard one because he only was on the show like a couple of times, and he actually wasn't on the show as a commercial or as a movie.
Okay. I don't.
You don't know that one?
I don't know that one at all.
Okay, so that one is my man King Beef.
Yeah, I know.
Go King Beef. Go King Beef. Go King Beef.
I would have never guessed that one.
Yeah, that's King Beef.
I
know you know what this is.
I know that one is Jerome Rome.
From the original
player from the Himalayas.
The Himalayas. There you go. You did good. I'm impressed. You're off to a good start. You're off to a great start. The blacks are pleased.
You know what, Lloyd?
All right.
I don't need to.
It's too early yet. It's too early yet. Let's go to the next one. All right. So who is your favorite TV dad? But before you do that, I need you to name all of the shows that these TV dads are on.
Oh. Oh my God.
If you want to help her in the chat, feel free because she's gonna need it. I'm not even gonna be mad at the chat for helping you.
To know their names?
That's right.
The TV name or their names?
I'll accept either answer.
I don't know their.
I will accept either answer. Their names or their TV names. I will accept.
Okay. Terry Crews. Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody hates Chris. Very good.
Anthony Anderson. Blackish.
That is Blackish. That's right. That's Andre.
What's his name? Townsend. Is that his name?
Robert Townsend.
Robert Townsend over to the left.
Yes.
The Parenthood.
Yes. Good girl. Look at you.
What you?
That was a hard one. A lot of people don't remember that one. A lot of people don't remember that one, so that was good.
Philip Banks, because I don't know his real name, is from Prince of Bel-Air. Bernie Mac show. The Bernie Mac show. Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac show. Okay.
Sherman Hemsley, the Jeffersons.
That is correct.
John Amos for Good Times.
Yeah, man.
Carl.
James Evans. Don't disrespect the dead. That's James Evans.
He's not dead.
Oh, that's right.
What?
I was kidding, Robert. That's just a joke.
You don't kid about somebody respecting the dead and they're not dead.
I actually forgot that he wasn't dead. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I did. I totally forgot. I thought he was.
Okay, well.
And I love John Amos.
I should get credit for that because you didn't even know that. So let's just move on.
You get an extra point for that.
Carl. I don't know the last name. Carl from.
Oh my God. You know Carl Winslow?
Oh yeah, Winslow. Carl Winslow from Family.
Oh my God. This is so sad right there. This moment is sad.
Family something. I can't remember what it is.
This moment has saddened my life. I'm not happy right now.
Listen, I have fought the fight.
Family Matters.
I said the first word in the title and couldn't remember Matters.
How many shows out there are family?
Anyway,
okay.
I know Frat Flex, but I can't remember the show he was on.
Wow, Chad is flexing on you right now.
He's a single parent. He's a single father, and I can't remember who.
That is correct. I'll give you a half a point for at least knowing that he was on the show.
Kyla Pratt was his daughter.
Yes, there you go.
Take my black card, boy. You know what? You need to get somewhere. And I'll be honest with you. I don't know who the other guy is.
All right, I'm gonna give you some points. House of Pain is the daddy from House of Pain, and then of course Flex is on One. But I would say
no, the one in the end. I didn't know him either.
Oh, that's Maxwell Reed from Sister to Sister.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if you do better.
You gave me like about 12 different guys.
Doesn't matter how many I gave you. You gotta know.
Well, I'm saying that
you're black.
Out of 12.
You're black.
So what?
That you're supposed to know them.
I don't think.
Which one is your favorite?
Of the men?
Of the fathers, yes. Who's your favorite TV dad? And you can go off screen if you like. If you want to go off screen, you can go off screen. I'm not even mad at you if you go off screen.
You are.
No, I'm not mad if you go off screen. Because
there
may be some. Oh, no, I'm not a TV dad yet.
Oh, you are an internet dad.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. You
do outstanding things, and you're a great example for our daughter.
I'm trying to suck up to the judges at this point, but I'm gonna stall you out. All right, there you go. Let's go. I just need you to name 4 now, because actually the mothers might be a little harder.
Okay.
So if you can give me 4 solid mothers, Black TV moms, we'll
Okay. Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show.
Okay, you're doing good so far.
Monique from The Parkers.
We're in the park. Why would you go that route? I'm shocked that you went that route. Shout out to her. By the way, shout out to her who just got a job working for what's the name of the show? BMF. She's gonna be on BMF.
Okay, I was thinking.
Yeah, she's gonna be on BMF. It's gonna be good. She's back, y'all.
Okay, Florida Evans, Masara, Good Times.
I was just gonna say, if you don't do that one, then I don't even know what kind of Zeta you really are.
Tashina Arnold for Everybody Hates Chris.
Okay.
Taraji for what, Empire?
Empire, that's good. See, I throw you a little curve and you was ready. That's Cookie Lines. Cookie Lines.
Okay, I named 4.
That is 4. I'm very impressed. The rest is Rainbow, Isabel Sanford, Mama Proud. That's everybody hates Chris Mama over there in the corner over there. That is Tasha Mack. You forget Tasha Mack.
I didn't know her real name. I know she's from
Wendy Raquel Robinson. You got to know Black people. Get out and meet some Black people from time to time. Just meet them. Just say, hey, what you doing? I'm Black, you Black. All right, let's keep going. What is this iconic moment? Where is the name of the store?
I don't know the name of the store. It's on the
That's
Cosby
the most important part of the scene.
I don't know. It's on the Cosby Show. They're trying to teach Theo how to be a good steward of his money.
And he walked in and he said she wanted to buy something. He wanted to buy some.
I don't know what he wanted to buy.
Oh my God! It hurts. It physically hurts. He wanted to buy some furniture, so he had to go to.
Don't give me the line, Lloyd. I told you I don't know.
This moment hurts so bad.
The question was, do I know the name of the store? Then you want to
the name of the store.
And I told you I didn't know, so now you want to go through the whole store. I don't know.
I'm trying to help your black tail. I'm trying to draw the blackness out. I'm trying to draw it out. That is Millie from Furniture City. And she said, here in Furniture City, we take all major credit cards. I don't have no credit card. Well, here at Furniture City, we take all major checks. I don't have no checks. Well, you are about to leave Furniture City. See, you're missing the more iconic moments that are taking place right before your very eyes. And it is a daunting task right now. I'm just telling you, it's daunting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, Anthony Bruce, because your brothers.
I was just trying to help you.
Try to witch hunt me. He knew what he was doing.
That's Furniture City. You don't remember Furniture City? Here at Furniture City, we take all major credit cards. You know what? Both of y'all.
He is having way too much fun.
I'm having a ball.
At my expense.
One of the best shows we've ever done. Okay. What about your favorite wedding? I'm gonna give you. You gotta tell. First of all, do you recognize all 4 of these weddings?
That's
the first question. Do you recognize all 4 of these weddings?
Recognize the one Whitley and oh gosh, Dwayne Wayne. I recognize them.
Okay.
I recognize Martin and
Gina.
Okay.
I
recognize Thelma and I can't remember her husband's name, but
Keith.
Okay. Okay, that was them. Oh, that's all the same thing. And then is this Jamie and Fancy?
That is James. You did good, Mama NOIZ. You did good, girl.
For me, I would say it would have to be Dwayne and
that was a good wedding.
And Whitley. And it's still every time I watch it, it's emotional because he shook and jived the whole time, and then when it got down to the get down, now you want to get up there.
Wait, what do you mean shuck and jive? He didn't shuck and jive.
He needed to go ahead and come through. He was like acting all screwed and everything, and then she like,
no, Willie was a lot though. Like Willie was a lot.
Yeah, but he knew she was a lot. He was attracted to her being a lot. And so, I think anybody that wasn't a lot, he wasn't even interested. I think some dudes are intrigued by women that, that's got the most in some areas. And so, the fact that he was, he had her all the way up to, I like you and but not want to go ahead and make that commitment. And then she ran into meeting the senator, and the senator was like, I ain't scared. Let's get married. Let's set it up in my backyard.
But it wasn't a true love, though.
Listen, the senator thought not only is she an incredible woman in regard to his campaign, but he was like, this woman is going to be amazing being the wife, the first lady of a senator. So he didn't delay. But then first love, if it's your first love, then come through. Why you gotta be up there trying to do all that old extra stuff?
You got me thinking about that song now. You should come through tonight, chilling on the west side.
Well, I'm just saying simply that was very impactful because of all.
What did you think about the other three weddings though? I liked all three. I liked all four of the weddings. They were all unique in their own right. The Keith one and Thelma was that's why Keith and Thelma wedding was traumatic to me.
Yeah.
Cause it's like they finally got a chance. He gonna play in the NFL, they're gonna move out the hood. Finally they gonna make it. And then JJ tear up that dude's knee.
I mean, did they just have to do it like that because they just needed to ruin it? They couldn't have it where, like, in other words, the good times always had to end up being a bad time. It just couldn't be something that says, you know what, nothing's going to go wrong this time.
I ain't going to lie to you. It just seemed like they never had any good times. It's just like, I understood what Jay was trying to say last night. Oh, they had good times. It was good. And I'm like, not really. It wasn't good times. It was always.
Yeah.
But I do, and then the last two I like for the surprise element of the Martin wedding because they were gonna get married one way and then they ended up in the island and Babyface was the singer and that was kind of cool. But I'm gonna tell you, the best one as far as like I don't say the best one, but I love Fancy and Jamie's wedding and I love the song that he sang for her. That song was fire. You remember the song? Well, it's been 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Years. Yeah.
People are playing that at weddings.
People are playing that at weddings right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the goal, in my opinion. If you're gonna have a wedding and if you're gonna sing at a wedding, then sing something that people are gonna continue to sing for years.
Well, it's funny. The two weddings three of the weddings all had iconic songs that people sing at their weddings now. Like Babyface had the "You Are So Beautiful" for the Martin. I think he debuted that on Martin. I don't think he had ever done that before.
Okay.
So that was cool. And then remember Keith and Thelma's wedding had "You and I" by Stevie Wonder. Here we are. And look, her little rockhead brother, what's his name? Michael sang the song. He sang that song too.
What song was that Whitley now?
Whitley didn't have no song.
I was going to say, I don't remember nobody.
I said three of the weddings.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, I wonder, was there anybody iconic at theirs? But there was nobody.
Nah, but they didn't have an iconic song. but they probably had the most iconic moment of all four weddings.
I will agree with that.
Yeah. So okay, all right, you did good on that one. The question that I have for you here, and unfortunately the slide didn't pick up here in the thing, so let me show it to you on here. Who is the cuter couple, Steve and Myra, or Laura and Stefan Urkel? Can I be honest? Can I be real honest with you?
Okay.
I like Steve and Myra. I hated that they didn't work out. I always felt like Steve should have stuck it out with her because she was a ride or die.
But you know, I wondered was she gonna be able to, you know, stay out of jail because she was very she was kind of psycho. I think it was over the top, their relationship. I would have liked to have seen Laura and
Stefan.
I would have liked
over Steve and Laura.
Over Steve and no, you said between the two of these. Now you didn't say
right.
If you'd have mentioned Steve and Laura.
Well, do you like Steve and Laura better than Stefan and Laura?
I do. I do like the love between that Steve Steve and Urkel gave Laura. I like the love relationship between them, but I felt like that there was an imbalance because Laura, would she ever be able to really and truly respect him because she'd been giving him the business since day one. So it didn't matter how much love he has for her if she can't give him the same love in return.
Well, the one thing that was interesting is that as the show went off the air, and spoiler alert for you who haven't seen it, and shame on you because damn, it's been out there forever. He became kind of that astronaut, world famous scientist, so he's probably gonna make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why he gets his respect back because that nigga making all the money.
Well, I hope so because it would. I don't know about you, but you know, I don't understand. But what I'm saying is that as a man, how would you feel that you have been? She has reeked you over the coals for the past, 15 years.
Mama Noise, I'm gonna stop you right there. Hear me, good people of Family Matters. This would have been the shortest ass show you've ever seen in your life because ain't no way I'm chasing this chick around.
I mean, how many doors can a man get slammed in his face and somebody saying not you, not you? No. I mean, how much negativity can you get from a woman before you still keep saying I'll wait for you to the end of the earth and you
to that point, Steve loved her. Now he waited and went through hell and high water to get her. So I would think he's gonna do the right thing and stay faithful and all that stuff. But I'm not built that way.
But at what point did he say, "Well, while I'm waiting, Myra, how you doing?"
He did that. Well, he did do that. That's actually what happened. He started dating Myra while he was still in love with Laura, and Laura was dating other people. Laura was dating primarily Stefan.
Yeah.
And he was still loving Myra, and but when Laura started showing feelings for him, he was like, Myra, you got the road.
That's that place. That's that placeholder ish. That you want me to hold the place while you get the one waiting on the one you want, so that you ain't bored and so you got something to do.
Right.
But then the truth is, you really just want me to be the honeycomb hideout until old girl is unavailable. I mean, she's no longer with somebody. Now you're like, oh, I've been waiting over here for all the and kick somebody else to the curb.
Well, here's what's crazy. She was never unavailable. She stayed with Stefan almost to the end until she finally decided. Because remember, the way it unfolded, she got a proposal from Steve and she got a proposal from Stefan. And she chose Steve at the end. So she never left Stefan at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But I mean,
I ain't built like that.
From a woman's perspective, I feel like every time, she looked up, somebody was going, I mean, not to say you don't want a beautiful person. Two beautiful people deserve, a beautiful person. Right. But do you want somebody that every time you can't move without somebody going, dang, You know, every time you hear he go somewhere, I mean, I don't know. Is that
What are you talking about, Myra?
No, I'm talking about
Steve.
No, Stefan being where every time you turn around there was some woman going, hey, Stefan.
You don't want no mud rat.
No, you don't. But I'm saying somebody just such a, such a beautiful person that, like I said, every time you go somewhere, you can't even get a minute's rest. While you at the restaurant, the waitress come up and go, dang. You at the gym, somebody go, dang.
Listen, Pauletta Washington has managed to make it work.
Well, I will tell you, she making it work, but guess what? Because when she got with Denzel, he was, he still had the gap. He had, a whole lot of, things that he had fixed along the way. So he, became who he is. But
but he never lost who he was either. Like he stayed grounded to himself. Yeah, he stayed grounded to himself. And he's like, I'm not gonna ever get caught up in the hype of being Denzel Washington. I get it. So anyway, all right, you did good. Which one of these couples was the best example of black love to you?
The best example
of black love, yes. Martin and Gina, Cliff and Claire, George and Weezy, Fancy and Jamie, Dwayne and Whitley, and my man in the game. What's his name?
Pooh.
Well, his real name is Pooh, but it was Melanie and Derwin.
Dum Dum. I mean, they're
Ding Dong.
Ding Dong. I knew it was
Dum Dum.
It was one of them twice.
Dum Dum.
It was Dum Dum or Ding Dong. Okay.
Who would you say is the best example of black love? Wow. Chad, you should tell us the name Derwin, or you choosing Derwin? I think you just tell us the name. All right. Who would you choose, Mama Noe?
That's hard.
That's a hard one, isn't it?
It's hard because, like, Derwin and what was her name?
Derwin and Melanie.
Melanie, yeah. They were for a young couple, a young black couple that came into wealth. It was an interesting dynamic. Where they were having a promising newly married marriage. Then all of a sudden he got a baby and all that stuff. So that was a whole lot going on. I like
Cliff and Claire is what people would say is the obvious answer, but my problem with Cliff and Claire is that she kind of punked Cliff a lot of times.
She punked him often.
And I was like, I don't like that.
I don't. Now, I like Gina and Martin because that showed us, like, in the early parts of our marriage, our friends and, being well, we didn't, live together like that. But I mean, for us being together before children came into the, the picture, and, they went through, things with family and friends and jobs and stuff like that. So that was realistic. It was some realistic stuff happening there.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't understand the dynamic of Fancy and Jamie, so I can't let them be in the equation.
Well, I think their dynamic was co-workers, right? They started as co-workers, and then then moved into friendship, and then they the attraction grew, and it just they became whatever. The only challenge that I have about their love is that it was there's such a level of immaturity that Jamie had.
Yeah.
Just like, dude,
I couldn't. Like, I agree with
and Fancy had some immaturity as well, but Jamie was so immature. Like,
I couldn't.
Dude. Yeah, it was
hard.
So
many times she would just be like, just, what are we doing? And he'd be like, still just trying to be funny and stuff. And you'd be like, what is, What is this? You know,
I think for me it's Dwayne and Whitley.
I was gonna go that direction. I thought about that often. It was very I could relate to a lot, but you know.
Well, wait, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. You can tell me if you're gonna pick who you pick.
Okay.
But for me, Dwayne and Whitley, the evolution of their relationship and even the evolution of their marriage spoke to a process where you have to grow up. You have to learn to sacrifice. You have to learn to listen. You have to learn to respect each other and each other's opinions. I think Dwayne grew a lot in that part because I think he had this macho "I'm the man" thing going for a while, and then after a while he saw that wasn't quite working, and so he had to find the balance of that where I'm still a man, but at the same time I respect my wife's opinion and who she is, and it was. But there were times where he would also be strong and say, "Now listen, we can't do that. We ain't doing that." Like. So I like the dynamics of their relationship. So for me, the best example and most realist example of black love for me was Dwayne Whitley.
I can co-sign because I'm thinking from another perspective of that. It was nice to see like Wayne as a teacher, and there's not a lot of black men that are teachers. So to see him function in that capacity, and like somebody who has a crush on him as a teacher, those are real issues.
Right.
And like, with his wife that was trying to hide stuff that she was purchasing because she's so used to this high society lifestyle, and then all of a sudden, it was a whole lot that it was. So between Martin and Gina and Wayne and Whitley, I struggled between the two because like I said, I agree with Chad that Gina and Martin was relatable.
Very, very relatable. Very much so. Very much so.
So I think I agree with you with the Wayne and Mrs. Wayne.
Wayne and Mrs. Wayne. All right, cool. All right, good. Okay. All right, you got another quiz coming up here. These are some of these are well known, but some of these are forgotten shows. So I want you to name some of the forgotten shows. So the ones that do not have a name tied to them, do you know what they are? You can start at the very, very top.
Oh, that's Living Single.
Okay, far left. Between Wayans Brothers and Steve Harvey Show.
The picture's hard to see. That's the Bernie Mac Show, right?
Very good. Down at the very bottom, underneath Steve Harvey.
Oh, that's Family Matters.
That is not Family. Well, which one are you looking at?
The light-skinned little boy on the end. And I see Steve Urkel and your girl in the middle.
How about the middle? Okay, that is Family Matters. I was talking about the one on the left, right underneath Steve Harvey.
Oh, that's Sister to Sister.
That is not Sister to Sister.
No, I'm in the corner down there on the bottom.
Oh, you're on the other side. Okay, I got you. All right.
So that's Moesha.
Yeah, Moesha. There you go. And then there's one left, the group in all white.
I can't see who that is.
I'm sorry. Let me give you another picture. Let's see. Try.
It looks like Girlfriends.
Well, it is Girlfriends. You did good. That's Girlfriends. You did good. All right. So now, of those 90s black sitcoms, which one was your favorite of all of those? Now you're including everybody back in now.
Oh, it was Martin.
Really? Over Cosby, over Fresh Prince, over everything. It was Martin.
Because I never knew what to expect on Martin's show. It's like,
that is very true.
Is today going to be the day where it's all about Shanae and Gina? Gina lost the tickets and now she needs to get Shanae's help. Is this going to be the day that Shanae shows up and her favorite rapper is a kid from Kid and Play, and
Right.
you know, is that gonna be the day, or is this the day that we find out about Tommy's real job? I mean, it was always something exciting, and for me, I'm gonna just tell you, full disclosure, since you have me on this show as the person who what I should know. For me as a person, and I may be alone in this category, but a lot of the different Black shows and stuff, is not that I don't like Black shows. I am a Black woman and I like Black shows. I just feel like that some of the shows deal with so much realistic content that it's really realistic to the point where it comes from a lot of depressive times, hard times and hard challenges, and you know, family stuff that's not in, you know, positive, not, you know, it's real, it's 100 and stuff like that. And I don't want to wrap my mind around all that. So if I'm one of the type of people that's like, if I have to escape to sci-fi, if I have to escape to cartoons or whatever it is, I'd rather have my mind where it's out in the outer space than you know, so-and-so's daughter be whooping them with the extension cord. I remember extension cords. I remember belts. I remember an iron. My mom ain't never went to that extreme, but dang, I can, you know, I got a friend who, you know, and it's just like, you know, so-and-so's son is on drugs. Oh man. Okay. I don't want to
go. What's funny? That is a very powerful point that you're making, because I think a lot of times the Black plight is so great sometimes that when we see ourselves on the screen, some of those scenarios can be triggering for some of us, and it's like, I pulled up this TV show to escape my reality, not to have it relived in real time, you know, in my face. So I get that. I do understand.
And to regularly do it, I need to be reminded that I was a child of a single parent. Regularly, I need to be reminded that, you know, my brother this or my sister that. And you're like, dang, okay, I know it's true, but.
Yeah. And so I think that's why a lot of us, maybe that's part of the reason why we do watch some and we don't watch others. I think that's one of the popular reasons why the Cosby Show exploded the way that it did, because it was a breath of fresh air.
See, Anthony Bruce, you know, that's why you don't watch the drug show. I mean, it's like, I know that, like I said, these things are 100, these are true, these are facts, you know, but it's like, dang, can we, you know, even the Cosby Show. At the Cosby Show, that's why I didn't have it in any of the selections that I made, is because, okay, I enjoyed watching that, but then sometimes that was just so far-fetched, it was like, okay, I don't have any friends whose parents are doctors and lawyers. Right. I might have a friend whose mama's a lawyer or a paralegal. You know, it may be close. And now, granted, and maybe I needed to expand my horizons and say, you know, I need to find that friend whose parents is, you know, higher up on the whatever. But it was like, until I get there, you know, this is nice, but you know,
yeah. I don't know if I told you what my favorite one was. I first of all, a lot of these shows on this screen I adore, just so much. They're so good. Man, the easy answer is Martin, but I don't think it's Martin. I discovered Bernie Mac later on in life and just loved Bernie Mac show and the lessons, but I didn't love the kids. The kids were a lot. Man, I don't know. It's probably the three in the middle for me, even though I love elements of all of these shows. Mm-hmm. It's probably the three in the middle that are the best for me, and I probably learned the most from: The Cosby Show, The Fresh Prince, and Family Matters. And I could, depending on what day of the week, I could go with any one of those three. Today is this day, so I think I'll probably go The Cosby Show. But yeah, actually tomorrow it could be Family Matters easy.
Well, and then I think about, you know, Martin kind of reminds me of the modern day Flip Wilson show. Flip Wilson, You know, he had a show where you didn't know if Geraldine was showing up or whether he was showing up.
Right.
So, I mean, but it was, like I said, it was always some type of surprise. But, you know, I enjoyed watching the different shows. But like I said, I watched it for a little while. And then it was like, okay, let's.
Right.
Nope, not in the mood for the trauma, not in the mood for the emotion. And I would just like to say, but I do appreciate the shows where, you know, like Tony Bruce said, you know, it's like, okay, it's a drug deal, it's great, pop off here. So
yeah. Best forgotten black show of these four: 227, Different Strokes, What's Happening in Sanford and Son. Because I feel like as history continues to evolve and we continue to tell the story of black cinema, these four shows are kind of left out of the conversation. They're beginning to be left out of the conversation more and more. And these are iconic shows to me, all four of them.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite? I'll just say this while you're thinking. I find myself watching Different Strokes more than the other three, but I do love the other three. I love What's Happening, although What's Happening had a lot of one. If you go back and watch it, man, there were a lot of uncomfortable moments on What's Happening. A lot of uncomfortable moments.
Yeah, yeah.
227 to me was good, but it was just so different. And at one point, it just got way over the top with a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I like 227. I don't love 227. And then Sanford and Son is just iconic in every way. So, but for me, I think the one I watched the most over and over again is Different Strokes.
Okay, best forgotten
of these four.
Okay, so What's Happening? Roger's mama was a single mom.
Yes.
But on 227, I don't remember Regina King's character's name, but her.
Well, she was the daughter. She was
she was the daughter of old boy and
she was oh God, what's her name on the show? She was because the mama's name was Mary.
Yep.
The daddy's name was.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I can't remember his name. I'm drawing a blank.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Lester.
Lester, yes. So the daughter's name was Regina King's character.
Yeah, I know about her real name more than I do the name of the character.
Because Calvin was in love with her.
Yeah, yeah.
Brenda. He was a fan. You know what? That's a great question, Anthony Bruce. We never put Lester in the category of good dad. He was a fantastic dad to her. But we never think of him as a good black father on TV.
Maybe because was he as visual? Was he seen?
He was every episode. He worked hard at the construction company and never cheated on her.
You know, I will tell you, I really
low standard, but
when I used to think about Lester, I would say I thought about related him to my father. Mustache and
so his look.
Yeah, from his appearance.
He had the iconic black 70s, 80s look.
Yeah, right. So I thought of that, but I don't know if your girl's character was kind of annoying, but I know all the black dudes appreciated Mary, whatever her name was.
Oh, you're talking about Sandra.
Yeah. All the black dudes appreciated Sandra, but I was just like, come on, do you have to do the most? But I mean, I guess you have to stand out one way or another.
Well, Sandra was the Steve Urkel of that show. Like she became the star based on her, her thing. That's funny. He had that ugly man, right? They hid their money in it. I think something like that is what happened.
Mm.
So, which one of these shows is your favorite out of best forgotten?
I don't know. I think I like Sanford and Son.
That's fine. That's fine.
It was always something.
It was funny. It was always funny. That's for sure.
Oh my
You hear that, Elizabeth? Coming to join you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
They ran that joke every week and it worked every time.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of these should we go back and watch? Like we didn't watch and we should go back and watch it.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
I'll tell you this, and the reason why I brought this question up is I've gone back and watched an episode or episodes plural of all 4 of these shows and realized they were a lot better than what I thought they were.
Like Everybody Hates Chris.
A lot better show than I thought it was. I thought it was not good, but it was actually pretty good.
With all the different issues that Chris had to deal with.
Yeah.
You like, okay. I will not say what was it? What I can't remember what the name of that was.
Which one? Down the bottom?
With Tishin with the
That was My Wife and Kids.
Oh.
We kind of boycotted My Wife and Kids because of the end of Martin. So the way Martin ended, people took sides. So it was like there was the people that rode with Martin's side, there was the people that rode with Gina's side. And so the people that rode with Martin's side was like, I ain't watching that show with this fake Martin. And there was no disrespect to Damon Wayans. It's just we was pissed at Tashina. I mean, not Tashina, Tisha.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, and I get it that kid, you know, I didn't like the way he was always talking cash crazy to the boy. I mean, goodness gracious.
Why you smack that dude upside his head?
I mean, I get it that, you know, why we, you know, how we were raised and a whole lot of different stuff, but I just couldn't. Each time I was like, dang, go on, you know, you cut that child no slack.
Yeah, they have some real black problems too, by the way. Real black problems.
Right?
Like he got that girl pregnant.
Right?
Yeah, there was a lot going on in that show.
But, you know, at the same time, Bernie Mac was dealing with, you know, having kids in his house that wasn't normally in his house, but was able to grow as a parent, realizing that, you know, as I raise these kids that are not my kids, you know, they just, you know, I think he became a good father.
I'll be honest with you. Of all 4, and Girlfriends was good, but it was a lot of weird trauma stuff going on there too. But I think the one that I went back and binged and really fell in love with was Bernie Mac. I was just like, how did I miss this show? This is so good. Like there's so many funny moments. There's so many teachable moments. There's so many iconic moments. Like it's just a really, even the ending of the show, which unfortunately was the ending because Bernie Mac passed. But even that final episode is stunning how art imitated life. Like he was sitting there and passed, and it was an amazing show. But I really liked it. That was the one for me. If you have not seen,
I think that's one of the reasons why in watching Bernie Mac and in comparison to like Everybody Hates Chris, Terry Crews, is it I don't like when they kind of typecast a certain father and he doesn't change any. He doesn't grow any. It's like, in other words, all he does is come home from work at the refinery and come in and sit down at the table and get his lunch and and then you don't see really anything else. You don't see any development of that character.
Yeah, his character didn't really go far. Mr. Julius didn't go far to me, but Bernie's character grew. Damon's character grew. The characters on Girlfriends definitely grew. So yeah, I agree. That's a great point. That's a great point you're making. So for you, is Bernie Mac?
To go back and watch.
Yeah. Okay. We got just 1 or 2 more questions. Your favorite variety show of these 4, and the obvious answer you would think is either a Chappelle Show or In Living Color. But there's some stuff, if you go back and watch Mad TV and Key and Peele, Really funny stuff, especially if I'm being a little biased here, especially if you go back and watch Key and Peele. Man, let me tell you something. I know Dave Chappelle said, man, I had to watch Key and Peele do my show every night. And he was right. They stole a lot of concepts from the Chappelle show and added them to Key and Peele. But that don't make Key and Peele not funny. It was some stuff that Key and Peele did that was hilarious.
Well, I agree with you, but I'm going to have to settle with In Living Color.
Oh, okay.
Because of the stuff that they can't even do now that they got away with at that time that we thought were extremely funny and is extremely funny still.
Yeah.
But we'd have to go back and find those episodes, those particular shows to be able to enjoy it. Because other than that, somebody coming out with it. Matter of fact, they need to have it on in rotation somewhere. We need to find out where they are on.
The irony is they tried to reboot it. They were like, let's do another version of it. And I was like, how?
No.
How do you do that?
I don't think you should. It's like we said the other night on the show, is that some stuff you need to leave alone because it's vintage the way that it is, because you won't be able to. Next thing you know, you'll have all the alphabet group. You'll have this group. You have that group. You have, the fire safety people talking about, Fire Marshal Bill. Don't follow his example. You don't beat people like Homie the Clown. You don't do this like so and so. I mean, by the time you pull in all of this other stuff, it's like, dang, y'all took all the fun out of it.
Well, I'll say what you just said a different way. They already have a show that's a reboot of In Living Color. It's called Saturday Night Live.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like Saturday Night Live does not take the same type of risk of comedy that In Living Color does. Now, they'll do it from a political perspective, and they'll push the envelope from that perspective on Saturday Night Live, but just really going for it and not caring who you offend, not caring who gets an attitude about it, that's In Living Color. And I agree with you, Kieta. I don't know how you do that without catching the wrath of every
what they call it, every type of group that would have a problem. If Sierra and Russell can't buy a brand new puppy without getting Peter, then for certain we can't have that film was 2 snaps in a circle. Well, then next thing you know, you're gonna have, so that's the way you think of all people that are it's go left.
But having said all that, my favorite variety show is without question Chappelle's show.
Of course.
It's not even close. It's just the brilliance of Chappelle's show is. Now I will say this to honor In Living Color. You don't get Chappelle's show without In Living Color.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have In Living Color. Matter of fact, you don't get any of the other 3 shows without In Living Color.
Oh, yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
And like I said, maybe I'm old school, but I really, it was like when we talked about last night on Talking Noise, I felt like when I would watch New York Undercover, I liked it for the show and all of the, the different storylines and all the different, action. But I really look forward to the little mini concert at the end of every show. Well, on In Living Color, it was, always some type of special guest. You got to see, and I'm trying to put it
why Chappelle did it, which is probably why Chappelle did it.
And you got to see the dancers, to me, that were I don't want to say authentic, but what I want to say is the ones
that were part of the culture.
It represented the culture. Thank you. It represented the culture, because when most of the time when they got dancers on different stuff, you sitting there going, where they find these dancers at? But In Living Color, the dancers represented the culture. I like the I'm sure he was, I don't know if he was doing it in real life, but it was a part of a dynamic of the culture with him up there scratching with the turntable from up there on
By the way, found out He's not a DJ. He couldn't scratch it all.
Well, that's why I said I don't know if he was doing it for real, but it was still him doing it representing the culture. So all of it was definitely, it said in living color, but in real talk, it was absolutely paramount in representing the culture.
All right, your final question: what is the most iconic Black TV moment to you? The most iconic Black TV moment to you.
Iconic.
There are so many to choose from, but I have mine. There's so many to choose from, though. I mean, you could.
I mean, it's such a loaded question.
It is a loaded question. So what?
So I mean, it'd be different if you said, "Okay, was it?"
Wow, Chad said Tariq shooting ghosts. That's funny. On Power.
I mean, it'd be different if you said
that was an iconic moment though, Chad.
When JJ, when Keith tripped over JJ at the wedding. You know.
That's funny. Bruce said, "Wait a minute, SW1 was not a DJ. I feel alive too." Yeah, no, he wasn't a DJ.
Well, yeah, you was
no
like,
DJ skills whatsoever.
Yeah. So I mean, it'd be different if you said it straight up like that. Well, okay, it's
choose. Stop trying to duck the question. Choose.
Well, because
you need some examples.
I mean, because the first thing came to my mind was when Penny's mama was going.
That's a big one.
I'm just I know parents. I mean, as a child of my era, I feel like that I could relate to the things that were happening on Good Times, but that moment, was like, did she just put an iron? I mean, it's like I get a switch. Sometimes people say a wooden spoon, a shoe or something, but not I'm throwing an iron at you that's unplugged. I mean, this unplugged. That's I just threw some type of appliance. I put a hot iron.
So that's your iconic moment, that trauma moment right there?
It was traumatic. I'm just
saying. Okay, all right. I mean, listen, it's your iconic moment. Mine ain't even any better. Like, to me, the most iconic, and let me list a couple that are just, off the charts iconic. But like, you talk about, Chad mentioned Will Smith scribbling on the wall at the end of the series. That's a good one. Same thing that Martin did at the end of his series, but really the most iconic, obviously, Will Smith Fresh Prince moment is got to be
the crying moment when his
why you don't want me.
Why he don't want me? Yeah,
that hit everybody in the culture in the gut, and there's not a Black person in America that couldn't relate to that statement. So that one, the Cosby Show had several, but probably the most iconic of the Cosby Show is the the nighttime, darling. The James Brown songs. That was the well. Do you think there's more better ones on the Cosby Show than that? That are bigger than that?
I don't know about bigger, but
that's what I'm saying. Good Times had many.
To me, the Cosby moments big were when they did something wrong, because it seemed like they were such perfect children.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, was it Denise's friend who had the pregnant friend? It was like bump, bump, bump.
So who was played by Layla Rashawn, by the way.
Right. So it's like, okay.
Those are iconic too, because I mean, Denise getting married was crazy. That was a crazy episode. Vanessa coming home with the boy, with the new fiance was crazy. So those are iconic as well. I would say Good Times had many, like the iron, the elevator shaft, the most iconic probably a Good Time was James dying, obviously.
But see, all those are traumatic moments.
They are, but I'm just saying they were iconic TV moments.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, listen.
So those are big. The Jeffersons, probably their biggest were, I don't know, they had some good ones. I don't know if you can call any of them, well, they were all good. I don't know which one would be iconic.
I don't know either.
I don't know. That's a tough one with the Jeffersons. Trying trying to think of other shows that had iconic black moments. Different Strokes had Different World had several iconic moments. The wedding, the AIDS episode. My God, the AIDS episode.
The riots and
the way. Well, I did like the way they dealt with the riots. But the AIDS episode was one of my all-time.
Oh man,
because they were the first to ever do it. Yeah, they were the first to ever do it.
I mean, yeah, to talk about it and then everybody looking at each other like, "Is it you?"
Right. That was a crazy episode.
Yeah.
And then you can keep, like I said, you keep going down the list. There's iconic moments in TV. Stop your moment. Stop your, I wasn't even a fan of this show, Empire, but the moment when Cookie Lyons came in and tried to bust up Lucius's wedding. I saw the clip on YouTube, and she had on a fur coat, and then she threw her fur coat up, and she said, by the way, that's not an ass. This is an ass. And she lifted the fur coat and had a thong on and showed her ass. I was like, oh, well, that's we just had an iconic TV moment.
I've never seen an episode of.
Oh yeah, Different World, to fight the football game. I forgot it. That was a powerful.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a powerful.
Dealing with racism.
Yeah. Let me say, the Different World they were fearless. Different World was fearless. It was a fearless show. They were not afraid to deal with real. When once not Lisa Bonet, Debbie Allen. Once Debbie Allen took over that show, they were not afraid to deal with everything. Like from date rape to AIDS,
abuse.
Right.
Remember, girl, and they touched her and she kept jumping or whatever, and it was her boyfriend was kicking her tail.
Yeah. It was just a lot of stuff. But I think for me, of all black TV, and again, it was a loaded question, the most iconic has to be James dying, because that hit us all. Like, first of all, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, because we didn't have internet, so we didn't know that behind the scenes on Good Times, John Amos was having negotiation issues with Good Times, and he wouldn't be back. So we didn't have that. Nobody knew that. Mm-hmm. So when they dropped that episode and they were like, James is dead, everybody's like,
what? Yeah.
Like, the whole country was like, what?
I mean, because listen, the show took a serious paradigm shift, because you're saying, I'm used to him coming home, slamming the door, talking about how bad it was down at the factory.
You could argue that the show honestly never really
recovered.
Yeah, never really. Even though what the episode that you're talking about with Pennies, the Iron, all that stuff came after James died, but I don't know. I don't know. Something was always missing. There was always a cloud hanging over the show after James died. It was. I
didn't like it when the mama was trying to move on and date. I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, that was uncomfortable, man.
It was so
uncomfortable.
And then they tried to keep the show going. Like, in other words, without her, like, she's gone with her man down in blah blah blah, and now it's just Thelma and James. I mean,
Oh yeah, I remember that when he gave a little dude a whooping.
Oh yeah, that was iconic too.
That's funny. Yeah.
But just trying to have the house move, the house with Michael, Thelma, and JJ, it was like, so you still gonna try to have good times with just the three of them?
Yeah, to me it didn't work. And plus, she got out. Like, she had moved to Arizona.
Well, how you just gonna get out and then leave the kids there?
Right, and then wasn't. Like, you out, so why are you coming back?
Got your man and gone. I'm sitting there saying, I'm granted they were grown, but I mean, so you trying to say, like, so we can keep the storyline going, we're gonna keep them in the projects and let you go on.
Right. They didn't get out, but I got out. Yeah, I would say that for Family Matters. This is for the cool. The first time we saw Stephon Urkel and Babyface dropped the song "This Is for the Cool and You," that was a big moment. Family Matters had some iconic moments too. They had a bunch of iconic moments. Their most iconic moment on Family Matters was that little girl going up the steps and never coming back.
My gosh, you ain't never got that.
I just said they killed that little girl off. And by the way, the lady that plays Harriet, Mary Jo Payton, I think is her name. She said, "I will not do a remix of this show or a reboot of this show without Judy.
The girl that went upstairs.
Right, so Judy got to come back down them stairs
from the dead.
Right, as a grown ass woman, and
that's gonna make no sense.
Everybody gonna be like, Judy, where you been?
Up in the attic. She's a child in the attic.
Yeah, they got some explaining to do. Why they? Because it's funny that he was a cop, but they never investigated why Judy was missing.
I mean, no type of investigation.
I'm just saying.
They might need to investigate them if they got children in the attic.
I'm just saying, what's up? Where'd Judy go? Y'all had a whole child.
Right.
Sleeping and eating in the house, and all of a sudden she go. Okay. Mama NOIZ, I've talked to the blacks. They've been texting during the show. And you are now back in their good graces. I will no longer make a reference to you not loving black shows. I think you have made a compelling argument today, and I'm very proud of you. You have won back your blackness.
I don't know why it was even gone in the first place.
Well, it made for good comedy.
It's a sad commentary that you had to have a show.
Hey, it made for good
prove.
Hey, it made for good comedy, and that's why. As you go where the joke takes you. So there you go. But listen, I like the way we wrap this up. We'll no longer across the NOIZ media platforms ever have to question your blackness.
No, but see, and then during talking NOIZ, you're gonna all of a sudden have a memory lapse.
Nope. I'm putting it to bed. It's over.
No more starting the show off with Mama NOIZ don't like black people.
It's over. It's all over. You've reclaimed your blackness.
I still do, family. You've heard it here first. So when Mr. NOIZ tries to stir up the pot and tries to say, put into question my ethnicity.
Not your ethnicity, your loyalty.
Yeah. And then old Crooked Chad in the chat talking about take a black card.
Oh, Crooked?
Well, that ain't right. Start threatening to take somebody's black card. No.
There you go. Well, it is breaking news. It just happened.
Reclaims sounds like something that I lost.
Well, it was gone for a minute. It was gone. And now it's back.
We're acting like it's some type of grocery store loyalty card. Yeah.
Mama NOIZ, you did good. Just revel in that. Revel in that.
I don't like that it was even put to question.
There's a lot to be proud of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. If this episode gets erased, it's not my fault.
No, see? So sad.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, guys. On
Uncorked Wine.
Uncorked Wine. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It really is. Listen, anytime you've got games and alcohol, and y'all got to see who them is tonight. That's real. That's the real question. It's us as a show versus them, and we may not beat them, but we're gonna try. We're gonna come together and try it. That's all we can do. But come tune in for game night, hosted by your very own Al B, and we're gonna have fun. Of course, it's picnic and pass and all that. We're gonna have that, whatever. So we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be good.
I shouldn't have to renew my black card.
Well, listen, me and Mama NOIZ will be back together in the same room next week. But I didn't know how this was gonna go, and I can't lose the blacks on behalf of Mama NOIZ. I can't do that. I'm holding on to the blacks. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tonight. Appreciate you NOIZ makers for pulling up on the show and the rewatch game. Appreciate all of y'all. Love y'all. We'll see y'all tonight.
You should have believed.